Elon Musk links smartphones to the total collapse of society. Now, obviously, I mean, there's the, you know, I do often say that people go a bit too far about stuff and you know, spreading doom and gloom and all that sort of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Elon Musk is the kind of guy that knows about this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I think if you're going to listen to any sort of warnings about the future, it's from this man. You know, he put his car in outer space and he wants us to live on Mars. So, you know, I listen to everything he has to say. Constantly. But he might be right about this one, you know what I'm saying? Because Elon Musk has published a chilling meme. And this is a Metro article, so I do apologise. You know, I don't think any meme has ever been chilling. I've never heard that descriptor ever before. So I'm going, oh, what a chilling meme. Oh, God, have you seen that? Have you seen that chilling meme? My God, what a chilling meme. Good gracious. What a chilling meme that is. I mean, there's nothing particularly chilling about a meme. Calm yourself down, would you? Elon Musk has published a chilling meme. Fucking scary as fuck meme. Fucking, oh my God, terrifying. Which connects smartphones to the collapse of human society. The billionaire meme lord. See, the way they put the Metro is fucking terrible. It's terrible writing. It's like they put it like that as if that's how Elon Musk made his billions. It's from being a meme lord. Like as if probably people will go, oh, he's a billionaire meme lord. And there'd be idiots out there probably thinking they can make billions from making memes now because of you idiot. Anyway, the billionaire meme lord published, we'll just call him the billionaire. The billionaire published an image which recalled the optimism of 2009 when people bought a smartphone and thought it could do anything. The next image that features the words 2019, stare into the nightmare rectangle and watch society collapse in real time. Alright, I think that's just, I don't think it's a chilling meme. I think it's just being kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? Elon captioned his tweet with the word phony. You might think that the man who used cutting-edge tech to get stonking rich would be excited about the bright future waiting for us. Yeah, well, not all tech is it? Not everyone in tech looks at other tech and goes, well, that's great. What do you do? We cloned someone's ballsack and turned it into a killer robot. I don't think I'm into that, to be honest with you. You know. Do you think climate activists are happy with fossil fuel tech? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't be silly. But Elon is definitely not a bright-eyed techno-optimist. The billionaire is an outspoken doom-monger who fears super-smart computers are destined to conquer the Earth and annihilate humanity. What's this? Musk doesn't like smartphones but wants to connect computers to your brain. Look, I'm missing the point here. I don't know what the point is, but there's a point somewhere. You know, outspoken doom-monger. Look at this language that you use here. Who fears smart computers are destined to conquer the Earth. Well, like, I think a lot of people do that. I mean, we've all fucking seen Terminator. That didn't end out too good, did it? I'd say. So, you know, I'm concerned. You should be... Have you seen those Google robots that they got? And they're pushing them over. And then they're jumping back up again. They're doing backflips and shit. Not on my watch. Wait, I ain't letting one of them motherfuckers into my house. Ever. Right. The billionaire's outspoken doom. He recently issued a warning about the dangers of denying the threat that superintelligence poses to our species. On Twitter, Musk responded to a tweet from the writer Robert McFarlane, who quoted a New York Times article and wrote, I wonder if the essence of climate denial among disbelieving Americans is an unwillingness to accept that there is anything in this word so powerful it could overrule them. Musk then replied, same goes for digital superintelligence denial. That's a new denial I haven't heard. I've heard of climate denial and I've heard of Holocaust denial, but I've never heard of digital superintelligence denial. That's a new one on me. The subtext of the tweet suggests the rise of machines is a threat comparable to the dangers of climate change. I'd say it's more of a fucking threat than that. I've seen these robots, man. I've seen them. It's more of a threat. I'm more scared of the robots than I have anything about the planet getting a little bit warmer. It's getting warmer. Good. Have you been to England in winter? It sucks. Okay? But England overrun by killer robots? Hell no, man. Are you crazy? Elon's fears are shared by many experts, most notably the late Stephen Hawking. Yet is quite out of step with some of the billionaire techno-optimists of Silicon Valley. It's because they're fucking nutters. They're the nutters you got to look out for. The Silicon Valley nutters. They're literally trying to condition everyone's brain across planet Earth. Look how Google manipulates all the information that you actually receive. Everything comes through Google. Google have got like everything. They've monopolized online advertising. They search. It's even a search. The modern term for looking up accurate information is called go Google. Go Google it. Google it. Did you Google him? The manipulation of information all comes from one small sector of this sect of these lunatics who literally spout off all this crazy stuff. They live in absolute opulence, but try and make out therefore not being evil and justice and equality, and yet they live in ivory towers surrounded by killer robots. I'm telling you, what has Facebook and Twitter done for humanity? Not a great deal. Nothing good. Not many good things. Like, you might say, well, Facebook ads are pretty good. Have you ever tried running a Facebook ad campaign? Jesus Christ. It's like pissing away money. Google ad campaigns are alright. I'll give them that. At least you know how to fucking operate them. But Facebook ads, it's like I had how many clicks? He'll say he had 50. He'll be like, oh, you had 57 clicks off this. Okay. Well, which website were they going to, motherfucker? It wasn't mine. Sorry, I got a bit annoyed about that. Anyway, what I'm saying is, these people are fucking crazy. They're crazy. These kind of people would rather save an animal than save a child. They would. That's what these kind of people are like. I'm telling you. They're fucking demented. Anyway. In 2018, was claimed the Google founder Larry Page dismissed Elon's fears as speciesist. Do you see what kind of lunatics we're dealing with now? Now we're going to have a term for speciesist. It's like, oh, you don't like smartphones? What are you, speciesist? Oh, you're afraid of robots? Why, you speciesist? That is never going to be a derogatory term on my bloody watch. Ever. Why are you? Isaac Asimov, you fucking prick. Anyway, during an argument at the Napa Valley party in 2015, a top professor... How do they know there was an argument at a Napa Valley party? What are you talking about? A top professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology alleged the two tech moguls clashed in a long and spirited debate in the early hours of the morning. A long and spirited debate, or as normal people like to call it, a row. In his book, Life 3.0, Being Human is the Age of Artificial Intelligence, Mark Tegmark wrote, what's that? Robophobia. That's a good one. I'm taking that one. Mark Tegmark wrote, Page's main concerns were that AI paranoia would delay the digital utopia. The digital utopia? That's what nutters say. The digital utopia. Have you ever seen the Zeitgeist documentaries? Which are basically... Yeah, watch the Zeitgeist documentaries on YouTube about, everything's a global conspiracy by basically the Jews. But that's pretty much what it says. You might say, no, it doesn't. It does. But, it all turns out, by the time you watch Zeitgeist 2 and you're completely scared to death because everything's a conspiracy against the whole of humanity orchestrated by the elites, you work out that the people that funded the Zeitgeist documentary are these lunatics that think we shouldn't work in the future and we should just lounge around being taken care of by robots, like all the fat fucks at the end of WALL-E. That's what they actually want. That's the digital... These are nutters. This guy was apparently... And they're called the Venus Project. They're nutters. But this guy, but these people, digital utopia will cause a military takeover of AI that would fall foul of Google's "Don't Be Evil" slogan. Elon kept pushing back and asked Larry to clarify details of his argument, such as why he was so confident that digital life would destroy everything we care about. At times, Larry accused Elon of being a speciesist. That term needs to be banned. A speciesist, treating certain life forms as inferior just because they were silicone-based rather than carbon-based. You see what he said? They are not life forms the same. This is where I get. This is what they warned us about, and now you've got someone actually saying, you're a speciesist because you consider these life forms to be inferior. I don't think that's the point. I think the point is whether you want to call them life forms, all right, fucking life forms. He's calling them life forms. You want to call them life forms. And this is probably the moment when I get used, in 200 years' time when robots are taking over the earth going, this was a speciesist. Yeah, well, fuck you from the past. Life forms. Because silicone-based rather than carbon-based. No, it's because you can't call it a life form because you created it. We don't create life in the same way you create life. We create life by busting a nut and shit. A woman creates a life inside her body, but we don't fucking build it and stuff. We don't build our children and implement things into we don't create their thoughts and how they think the way you do. We don't manipulate it like that. But you'd probably do it to your fucking babies because you're nutters. And it's not that you call it a life form because it's not a fucking life form. Because then you're getting into the whole thing about, what is sentience? What is a sentient being? Then you get into a whole different debate. We're not there yet. Now he's actually saying that anything that the silicon-based life forms that you have are sentient. They're sentient beings now. So sentient that you could be racist towards them? And it's not that we think they're inferior. I think we're quite worried about how superior they're going to become in terms of what they can do and how much control we allow them to have. And the fact that they don't think in the same sort of patterns as we do. I don't think robots have compassion. Computers don't have compassion. Smartphones don't have compassion. Whatever the fuck you're going on about. You're a speciesist. Because it's silicon based, but it's still a life form. These people are actually crazy. That's some crazy shit going. Well, it's a silicon based life form. Well, what's that? It's my smartphone. You need to fucking leave. Do you know what I mean? You need to go. They say it's speciesist. Right? Well, maybe we do think we're superior. It's like, what? It's walking on grass speciesist. That's a fucking life form. Grass is a life form. You walk on it. We play football on it. You probably have your silly picnic with your weirdo wife on it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a fucking life form. Grass is a life form. It's alive. Do you think it's inferior to you? Well, yes, it's grass. What? Anyway, Tegmark and Page were talking about a children's book called The Day My Butt Went Psycho. It's a strange title. At the party before the two billionaires locked horns after cocktails. Well, when else are you going to have a nice row about the meaning of sentient beings except after a few fucking cocktails? Anyway, an MIT professor said Page is a passionate supporter of digital utopianism, which holds that robots and AI are not a threat to the future of our species. Larry said that digital life is the natural and desirable next step in the cosmic evolution, and that we let digital minds be free rather than to try to stop or enslave them. The outcome is almost certain to be good. He continued. He argued that if life is ever going to spread throughout our galaxy, which he thought it should, then it would need to do so in digital form. That is the chatter of a lunatic. of a fucking... That is the chatter of a Bond villain from the 60s. That's what that is. And imagine being so completely narcissistic and so completely full of yourself and completely out of touch with reality when you're thinking, going, well, it's the next step in cosmic evolution, and saying we have to spread, and we should spread our life across the galaxy because we're the greatest. Yes, we should spread all life across the galaxy. Like, going, why? The galaxy's better off without us. Have you ever thought about that, you fucking dickhead? What the fuck? This geezer's... I told you, Google's a Skynet, man. I knew it. I fucking knew it. And they go around saying, well, don't get a Huawei phone. The Chinese are listening to you. Bollocks. Google got you... Oh my God, they literally got our dicks in a vice. These people have so much fucking control. They're completely tax exempt. Across the planet, they have so much power and control. And this is how they think. Like, oh, enough is enough, isn't it, you lunatics? Do you know it? It's like, they are silicon life forms. We must not enslave them. We must allow them. We must not stay them. We must not enslave them or stop them. We must see, because these people created this stuff. And therefore they think that is a God complex going on there, where you think you have created life. Like I said, it's not the same as creating a fucking baby. Because they wouldn't think that what they've done is as simple as creating a baby. It's all the rest, it's everything. It's the magic that goes on inside your body that you cannot explain. You have no control over it. It just happens. These people actually create stuff. They build stuff. And they think they're creating life forms like they are fucking gods. That is the only way you can explain this kind of mentality. That is some lunatic shit. That is 1960s Bond villain shit. That is, you know, that's the kind of thing it'd be in Star Trek in the old days when they'd find a planet and there'd be some lunatic there who'd created just hot chicks. These are all my silicon-based bitches. It's just this fucking lunatic that lives on a planet, and Captain Kirk's going, I see what you're saying, but this, you know, this is what they warned us about, these fucking loons. He argued that if life is ever going to spread throughout the galaxy, then it should, blah, blah, blah. Elon Musk isn't alone in his fears about the development of artificial intelligence. Also in 2018, Professor Stephen Hawking said AI is likely to replace humans altogether and become a new form of life that will outperform our fleshy, flabby species. Well, I'll tell you this. You know, think about other organisms. I mean, microbes and diseases. These are things that are like, do you know what I'm saying? Fucking herpes and shit. That shit's alive, man. What the fuck? Do you know what I'm saying? HIV, viruses are like an organism. You know, we're going to let them fucking take us out? So, I mean, what's next? You're going to go, oh, what are you? What are you, virusist? Well, you got a problem with HIV, have you? Doesn't HIV have the right to exist as much as you do? Excuse me. You know, flesh-eating microbes. Fucking boar worms. You know, ringworm. Does a ringworm have the right to exist? You fucking speciesist prick. You know, doesn't that cancerous tumour in your brain have the right to be there, you fucking speciesist wanker? What kind of species piece of shit are you? My God, what's wrong with you? Jesus Christ. These people need to be stopped. You know, I mean, my God. You got people, you know, crying about God knows who's in charge in whatever country, going, oh my God, Hungary, what's going on there? It's like in Silicon Valley, you've got people like this. These people are fucking crazy. These people are actually fucking nuts. This is proper. Even if you put this character forward and go, this is going to be the next James Bond, then they're going to go, nah, that's a bit weird. Jesus Christ, bruv. Oh my God, speciesist. If anyone ever calls you a speciesist, slap them. Slap them. It's the best thing you could do because it will help them. It will be a shock to the system. Like, oh, they're saying, oh, thank God you did that. I've snapped out of this lunatic state I was in. Anyway, what's it? Vision GC says, I would say it's the rich versus the poor. I think that in America, specifically the Democrats, in the long run, want things like Wall-E, and the Republicans want it to be like a zombie survival situation where everyone is killing each other off while the rich sit comfortably in their homes enjoying their life. So see, the Democrats want things to be like Wall-E, and the Republicans want it to be like a zombie survival situation. What the fuck? Killing others with the rich. Yeah, fair enough.